Everyone loves a good mystery, which is why Sherlock Holmes is one of the most read books in the history of books. In today's video, we are going to be unraveling the mystery surrounding the life and career of Claudette Colbert, a Hollywood legend. Subscribing would mean a lot to us, so why don't you hit that subscribe button and join our community today? Without further ado, let's get right into the business of the day. Early life. She was born on September 13, 1903, in Saint-Mande, France, and was named Emily Claudette Chauchon at birth. Her father was George Claude Chauchon, and her mother, Jean Marie, both of French descent. As a child, she was already being associated with actresses, as her mother fondly called her Lily, after the seasoned actress Lily Langtry. Well, partly also because she had an aunt whose name was Emily too. Her father had lost sight in his right eye and was in and out of jobs with countless setbacks, so following the advice of relatives, he decided to move to the US to try out for better employment opportunities. They moved to Manhattan and lived on the 5th floor of an apartment building. Colbert later revealed that walking up those stairs every day is what made her legs beautiful. Her legs weren't the only beautiful feature she possessed. She also had big, beautiful eyes with a round face that gave her the look of innocence and sweetness. Her parents legally changed her name to Lily Claudette Chauchon and got naturalized in 1912. Her father found work as an official at First National City Bank, while her mother went on to become an opera singer. Before she started schooling in America, she learned English from her grandmother, who grew up in the Channel Islands between England and France. Colbert attended Washington Irving High School, whose strong arts program fueled her passion for fashion design, painting, and commercial arts. She continued to the Art Students League of New York, where she learned to become a fashion designer, paying her fees by working in a dress shop. During this period, she met the writer Anne Morrison at a party. Morrison was working on a play titled The Wild Westcotts and offered Claudette a role. Colbert went on to appear on the Broadway stage in 1923 and used the name Claudette Colbert, her middle name, and her maternal grandmother's maiden name. Career. In 1924, she was discovered by producer Al Woods, who was delighted to learn that she could speak English in both American and English accents and immediately signed a 5-year contract with her. She went on to appear in several roles within this period and absolutely detested the roles where she had to play the French maid. In an interview, she revealed that they had wanted to give her mainly French roles, so she started pronouncing Colbert the English way instead of the traditional French way. To avoid this, she gained some recognition when she appeared in The Baker in 1927, and her excellent performance was highly lauded by critics. In 1928, she signed a contract with Paramount Pictures, who were in dire need of stage actors, and Colbert's beauty and sweet voice were added advantages. In her first movie, The Hole in the Wall, her excellent performance didn't cause as much buzz as her beauty did. Everybody was talking about it. Although she didn't enjoy film acting as much as stage, she continued to appear in several other films, including Honor Among Lovers, Slightly Scarlet, and Manslaughter. Her biggest moment was when she was cast as a femme fatale in the historical movie The Sign of the Cross in 1932, alongside Friedrich March and Charles Laughton. This film was one of her most successful films and was a big hit at the global box office too. In 1933, she renegotiated her contract with Paramount Pictures, which allowed her to work with other studios, as she was receiving numerous offers due to her talent and versatility. She soon became the 13th box office star and was averaging 4 films per year. She soon became one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood and was on the list for the rest of her active career, clinching the #1 spot twice in 1938 and 1942. This was after she renegotiated her contract with Paramount again to pay her $426,924 yearly. She, however, refused a contract extension when she realized she could make up to $150,000 from a single movie. She won her first Academy Award for her performance in It Happened One Night, that was released in 1934. Initially, she wasn't interested in the role and played the part on the condition that the filming was to be completed within 4 weeks, so she could take a vacation and payment of $50,000. Good thing she accepted the role after all. She was a perfectionist and gave everything to her career. She also refused to film from the right side of her face because of a small bump she got from a broken nose as a child. Due to this, directors always had to redesign the set to suit her, and if she wasn't pleased with the crew, she would always bring her own cameraman to get the right angles. She always made sure the lighting was perfect for her face and went as far as learning about lighting so she could adjust it herself. She also preferred to be filmed in black and white as she didn't trust the Technicolor process. Personal life. In 1928, she married Norman Foster, a director and actor whom she met in the Broadway show The Baker. Their marriage was, however, remained a secret mainly because they lived separately. Colbert's mother didn't like him, and they ended up divorcing in 1935. On Christmas Eve of the same year, Colbert got married to Dr. Joel Pressman in Yuma, Arizona. He later went on to become the chief of the head and neck surgery department at UCLA. As a present, she bought him a Beechcraft single-engine airplane, and together they bought a ranch in Northern California. On the ranch, Colbert kept horses for riding, since she was a big fan, and her husband kept show cattle. Pressman died 33 years later from liver cancer. There were rumors of a romantic relationship with Verna Hull, a wealthy painter and photographer, and also heiress to a massive fortune. They met in 1958, and since Colbert was a lover of the arts, their friendship hit off immediately. They were always seen together and even rented twin penthouses in New York. Hull even bought the house next to Colbert's, and Colbert bought a house in Barbados. Their friendship came to an end when Hull suggested, or rather insisted, that Colbert die with her husband Pressman so that he wouldn't have to die alone. After her husband's death, Colbert continued to shuffle between Manhattan and Barbados, where she owned a vacation home. During the last 3 years of her life, she sustained several small strokes that limited her physical activities, although she wasn't bedridden. She later died in 1996 at her vacation home in Barbados, where she lived with a housekeeper and 2 cooks. She was 92 at the time of her death and left behind a massive estate worth several millions. In 1999, she was named the 12th greatest female star of Hollywood by the American Film Institute. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have today. If you would like to see more stuff like this, make sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our videos, and check out our previous videos. See you soon.